Hello everyone, my name is Outcast, and I'm here today to introduce you to the world of Pokemon TCG Online. This is going to be a beginner's guide that will tackle each aspect of the game and get you more familiar with how everything works on here. This is a perfect video for you to learn how to navigate around the game and pick up some tips if you're brand new to the game or even a seasoned player. I'm going to be starting off with the left hand side up top here, and I will work through each tab giving you a detailed explanation of what each tab represents and what it does for you when you click on it. If you would like to skip to a certain section of the beginner's guide, I'll be posting all sections with timestamps below in the description as well. Let's start off by clicking the Trainer Challenge tab. Here you can choose the type of difficulty of the AI opponent you would like to play against. The more difficult the AI opponent, the more rewarding the XP will be that you get if you win. If you are just starting out, do a few matches of gold with the easy setting until you feel more comfortable moving up the difficulty. Next, you would select the deck you would like to use. Here, you can only use theme decks, sadly, but you'll move on later down the road. Scroll through the decks that are available to you until you come across one you would like to play. Most people, along with myself, would suggest you either use the XY Blue deck or buying the Dark Hammer's theme deck from the in-game shop when you acquire 500 tokens. Each time you defeat an opponent, you will gain experience points related to just that trainer. Beat them several times over to be rewarded coins and a pack at the end. Each theme deck you win a cumulative 12 matches with, you will also be granted a corresponding pack of cards from that theme deck's era. Playing here after tutorial is highly recommended to hone your skills and learn to play at a faster pace, as you will get more familiar with the playstyle of the game before jumping into online ranked matches. Next up, we have the Versus tab. Here you can play against other players from around the world in a ranked match. There are several formats to choose from when selecting. By selecting Standard format, you choose to play with the most up-to-date expansion packs. Once a year, Pokemon rotates formats so always keep them updated and fresh to play. Right now, Standard format includes playing any card that is available from the XY base set and up. If there is a reprint of an older card that is included in a newer pack, you can play that version as well. For example, a trainer card Floatstone was introduced in a black and white pack called Plasma Freeze. Plasma Freeze is currently part of the expanded format right now. Luckily for us, Floatstone was reprinted in XY Breakthrough, making the older version of the card playable again. You may come across opponents playing this game with older cards just because they might like that art style instead. Now, like we said, Standard format is playing with the newest expansion sets and up. Next, you have the Expanded format. This format includes playing with last year's Standard playlist and this year's Standard playlist as well. Currently, the Expanded format includes any black and white pack and up to XY. And last, you have the Unlimited format. Here you can play any card available to you online, even cards that the game have deemed bannable. So when the time comes and you want to play a game online, you can choose a format, a deck you created that fits that format, and click the big green button in the middle that says play. A few short seconds will pass and you'll be paired up against somebody from around the world. Another cool feature that the online game has implemented recently has been the introduction of the Versus Rewards ladder. Each time you win against an opponent online, you will earn Versus points, progressing you through this bottom ladder here. You will receive additional coins, packs, and cards at certain checkpoints, so when you're playing a game online, make sure to give it your all. Next up, we have the Tournaments tab. You may notice when you play online matches, you get to spin a wheel regardless if you win or lose. Those wheels include bonus prizes, ranging anywhere from tokens to mystery boxes to uncommon chests and tournament tickets. This is where you go to use those tickets. Every Monday and Friday, tournaments will update to show what formats you can enter with tickets or coins. Right now, you see that we have a standard tournament you can enter that only costs 49 tokens. Each tournament has a different payoff for the top winners depending on the entrant cost. Token tournaments will give out tournament tickets that you can then use in turn to enter another tournament that costs tickets. Tournaments that cost tickets will reward top players with booster packs and other goodies. An upside of playing in tournaments that have an entry cost of tickets is that you win booster packs. Those are tradable, which means anything you open up inside can be marked for trade by you and sent to anyone through a trade. Don't like the format that is currently on display to enter? Just wait until the next rotation on the Monday or Friday that follows. Something worth mentioning here is if you enter a tournament, you will be placed into a lobby until all 8 slots are filled. If you're waiting in that lobby and decide to leave it before the tournament officially begins, you'll be refunded those tickets or coins that you used to gain entrance into that lobby to begin with. After the tournament has officially begun, you can kiss your entry cost goodbye though, so make sure you have ample time to complete a tournament before entering it. If you are curious what the payoff or prizes are for certain tournaments, Highlight the tournament you're thinking about joining by left-clicking on it, and then clicking on the View Rewards tab to the right. This will display all the prizes available from 1st place to 8th, which is the last place. Be aware though, tournaments are where competitive players go to play online, so make sure you have a really decent deck before you decide to play there. Next up, we have the tutorial mode. This is the first area I suggest you go to if you're new to the game. It's a beautiful introduction to the game with predetermined matches and plays set up so you can gain knowledge of progressing through your turns in the right manner without making any mistakes. Also, a benefit of playing tutorial mode, besides gaining basic knowledge of how to play the game, you will be rewarded with big bonuses after each step. In all, you will gain a new theme deck, 250 tokens, and a pack at the end of completion. So get to it. Make sure to pay extra attention here. At the end of the Part 1 section here, we have the Quick Match tab. By clicking the Quick Match tab, you will be instantly thrown into a match against the AI with a random theme deck in your collection. This is nice if you are wanting to just play a quick simple match against the game's AI with a bit of randomness added to it. Part 2 we're going to kick off by showing the Collection tab. Here you can view all the cards and gameplay items you have acquired online. There are tons of ways to filter through the cards and items you have. One way is by simply going to the search bar and typing in the card or item you intend to find. Make sure you have the correct tab chosen though before typing in the card or item you are looking for. There are plenty of other ways to filter cards you would like to display by clicking the Filters tab up on the top left. Here you will be left with an insane amount of categories to choose from, ranging anywhere from expansion sets to the rarity of the card itself. You can also uncheck and check the tabs near the top to display cards you currently own, to cards you do not own, to both. Cards that you do own, that you obtain through redeeming code cards online, or winning booster packs through online tournaments, you can mark for trade. To know a card is marked for trade, you would click on the dual arrows icon to the right of the card until it's lit up orange. The heart icon below it, you can check if you want to list that card as a 1. The icon below that can be checked if you would like to review that card for later to deem it worthy or not of adding to your deck that you are potentially building. Numbers at the bottom of the card represent how many you have of that card. Numbers to the right of a locked icon means that's how many you have that are locked, meaning you can't trade those away. You can also display how you would like to showcase the cards or items by clicking on one of the 3 options to the left hand side. You can choose from one-on-one cards, to a grid mode, to a spreadsheet. The choice is really yours. Also here in Collections is where you want to go to open up new packs and items you have received or redeemed online. Click on the Packs tab and be brought to one of your unused packs just waiting to be opened. To open up a pack, just click on it once and click on the icon that shows an upwards arrow jumping out of a box. Remember, as soon as you click that icon, there is no going back, so make sure you're opening the right pack or item at that time. The Gameplay tab displays all your flip coins, sleeves, and deck boxes that you have obtained. When building a deck, you get to select what coin, set of sleeves, and deck box you would like attached to that deck. The Avatar tab displays what items you can use to dress up your avatar. We'll touch on that subject further in a little bit. Here in Deck Manager, you can create all the decks you would like to use online outside of the theme deck format. You'll have 4 options when choosing to create a new deck: Deck Wizard, Standard, Expanded, and Unlimited. First off, I would suggest you never use the Deck Wizard option, unless you're just joking around, of course. If choosing this option, you choose a couple cards and the game will automatically build you the rest of the deck revolving around those cards you selected. 99.9% of the time, it's complete garbage, so don't use it. So after you choose what format you would like to build your deck around, it'll bring you to the next screen. Here it will ask you to add the cards you like to make that deck. This is completely up to you on what deck you would like to build. On my YouTube channel, I also do deck building tutorials, meaning we make decks and play them online to showcase how good they are. If you would like ideas on some decks to make, be sure to check out those videos as well. Next, when you have added all 60 cards into your deck, be sure to click the save option, which is this floppy disk icon here, in the top right section. Also, if you're ever in the middle of building a deck, and must leave before it's completed, you can also save that deck and come back to it later. So here on this screen you have some final options. Down below here, you can click on these tabs to customize what sleeves, deck box, and flip coin you would like associated with that deck when you play it online. Also up above, you can left click on the title bar here and enter a new name for your deck. These features are helpful when creating new decks so you can tell them apart. After creating a new deck, you'll be brought back to the main deck manager screen that will showcase all your decks in their respective formats. Some other options you have are quick viewing your deck, which is this icon here. The next icon is this 2-card icon, which will make an exact copy of your deck. Third is the wrench icon. This will bring you back to the deck building screen that we were just formerly on. You can do this to make some quick changes to your deck when you need to. Last, the trash can icon. This just simply deletes your deck. As time goes on, some decks become irrelevant and no longer good to play. You click on this icon to give them their proper send-off. And finally, to the right here, you have your win-loss ratio and other deck stats showcased of the deck you currently have highlighted. This basically wraps up the deck manager section. Let's move on to the next tab. The trades tab is where you go to trade other people online. First and foremost, it is important for you to know the value of some of your rare cards, such as your EX cards, your break cards, and your secret rare cards. People here will try to take advantage of new players and rip them off. It's how any online market is, sadly, and you must learn to adapt to it. In the video description below this video, I will be posting a list that includes all valuable cards and what they go for online. Here on Pokemon TCG Online, we use unopened tradable packs as currency. So if you hear somebody saying something's worth 4 or 5, they're talking about 4 or 5 packs of cards. Also keep in mind, some packs are technically worth more than others. Some packs that are worth more are your older ones such as Plasma Freeze and Black and White Boundaries Cross. Some packs that are worth less than others are XY Flashfire and Breakthrough. Packs are valued on their own worth of cards that are inside them. So the fact that Plasma Freeze holds both Secret Rare Ultra Ball and Secret Rare Max Potion inside them, that makes them potentially more valuable than your next pack, such as like XY Base Set or Flashfire or Furious Fist. Some of these tabs here are self-explanatory. The My Trade Offers tab is trades that you have set up that are currently waiting for a chance to get accepted by another player online. Public Offers is where you will come across all trades that people have set up online. You can use the search bar to filter out the exact card you're looking for, or you can browse the trades and see if you come across something you like. If you would like to trade for avatar items or gameplay items instead, make sure you click on the tab on the top left here that says Cards, and change it to the filter you would like displayed. The Offer to Me tab showcases trades that people have made just to you. And last, the Trade History tab is where you can go to look at your past trades. To create your trade, you will click the Create Trade tab up on the top right and click Public or Private. You would select Private if you're wanting to trade a friend you have added. You will choose Public if you would like to set up a trade online, hoping someone else will accept it. After clicking your option, you will be brought to another screen where you will first be prompted by selecting the card you wish to get. So throw in the card or item you're searching for into the first box here. Then click on the second box to the right. This is the box where you will place the cards or items that you wish to trade away to get the cards that you would like to get. Make sure not to get these two boxes confused. Many people have given up lots of their good cards and items this way. After you are satisfied on your trade you have set up, click the Done tab up on the top right. You will have an option to place this trade on the market for 8 hours, 24 hours, or 48 hours. It will cost you 1 token per hour you selected to set up the trade. This has been implemented a while ago to stop trades from being massively spammed. If your trade is accepted before the clock hits 0 though, you'll be rewarded with your tokens back as a good gesture. This basically wraps up the Trades tab. Let's move on to the next part. Here, you have the main shopping tab. Click on this to be redirected to the shopping page. Here you'll redeem online tokens you earn from new packs or theme decks along with other cool stuff. Once a week, every Wednesday, Pokemon places an item in the shop that is available for 1 week only, so be on the lookout for that every week you sign in. This week I am making this video. We have a Pikachu booster pack bundle that gives you a Froakie coin, a Pikachu promo card, and 1 pack of Breakpoint for 200 coins. It's kind of okay, but the Pikachu card isn't really used competitively, so it's not that good for me anyways. I still bought it to add it to my collection though. Click on the Cards tab to show all the available packs and theme decks you can buy. 10 card booster packs will cost you 200 tokens, while theme decks will cost you 500 tokens. Here is the Dark Hammers theme deck I mentioned earlier in the video that you should get to start off with besides the XY Basic Blue deck you already received from the beginning. The Gameplay tab displays new sleeves and deck boxes you can get as well for a handful of tokens. The Avatar tab, you can also purchase a Pikachu Avatar Collection box. In this box, you'll receive a Pikachu-themed piece of clothing you can dress up your avatar with. So if you're first starting out and you have a buddy that is willing to trade some of their unlocked cards or items to you, you will need a tradable card or item to trade back to them as well. Unfortunately, anything you buy in this shop with tokens, you can't trade as they will be item locked. Fortunately for you, if you purchase the Pikachu Avatar box of tokens, you can trade the contents inside or the box itself. This is the only thing in the shop that is tradable when bought with tokens. For my Canadian friends, you have another purchase system called gems. Anything you buy in the shop with gems, you can trade away as they will be unlocked since you purchase gems with in real life money. Let's move on to the next tab now. By clicking the Redeem Codes tab, you will be brought to this screen to enter your codes you received by opening up in real life packs of Pokemon cards. There are other ways of receiving codes as well. Once in a while, Pokemon.com sends out a monthly newsletter with a code redeemable to the online game as well. Make sure you go to Pokemon.com and sign up for the newsletter by going to your accounts tab and checking that option. You can enter codes manually by typing in the box to the left here, or using a webcam and placing a physical code card right up to the QR box. If you choose the second option, be sure to have clear and ample lighting and a decent webcam for optimal use. You can only redeem up to a group of 10 codes at a time. After you entered a group of 10 codes, click on the Claim Now button on the bottom here. It will confirm with you what packs you entered and say they are waiting for you and your collection to be opened. You can repeat again by entering more codes until you have all of them entered. There are no limits to how many codes you can enter per day. Let's move on to the next section. Here, you have the Avatar tab. You can simply choose how to display yourself online through an online avatar. You can choose your gender, race, hairstyle, eye color, facial expression, and much more. Also, you can choose the clothes you would like to place onto your avatar. Right now, I'm rocking the Gengar outfit. You can purchase more avatar items with tokens on Pokemon.com in the Trainer Build-In shop. I'll put that in the description below. Make sure you sign into your account on the website before buying any items though. After you've completed your avatar to your liking, be sure to click the save button near the bottom right of the screen. Let's move on to the next section. The challenge tab is where you can see your daily challenges. Here, Pokemon has given you a daily goal to complete. Each time you reach a new level of that energy type, you will be rewarded with a gameplay item. After completing that first level, you will receive a coin featuring that energy type that you just completed. Completing the second level will give you a set of sleeves regarding that energy type as well. And finally, reaching the third level will grant you a deck box of that energy type also. You get new daily challenges every 24 hours. You have that option to delete a challenge if you feel it has become too hard or not worth doing. To delete a challenge, click on it and then click the trash can icon to the right of it. You can stack daily challenges after you reach a certain level overall. So good luck getting these done. Let's move on to the next section. Next up, you have the Statistics tab. Here, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can check out all their stats on the game. You can also click on the collection stats over here and see what sets you have completed already, along with some other details as well. Let's move on to the next section. The Settings tab is where you go to change the audio, display resolution, and other technical aspects of the game. When clicking on Settings, it will pop up a new window giving you 4 additional tabs to choose from: Gameplay, Video, Audio, and Card Cache. In the Gameplay tab, you have the option to leave tooltips on or off and use simple effects. If you're new to Pokemon TCG overall, it is advised you leave these on until you become more familiar with the game. Other options are just cosmetic to how you would like stuff displayed to you, such as arranging your energy cards to the front of your hand or back of your hand, and how you would like your Pokemon to appear in order in your hand as well. Decklist sharing is an option also up to you. When you play others online in a match, there is a tab at the end of the game that allows you to view your opponent's deck or not. They have to have their decklist sharing on as well for you to see theirs. If you do not wish for people to see the deck you are using, click Do Not Share. You can also just share your deck list with a friend when you do friendly battles. I'll show you how to do friendly battles here in a minute. Moving on, we have the Video tab. Here you choose the resolution of the game box, along with it being windowed or full screen. If you would like the game full screen, just uncheck the windowed checkbox. Also, you can display how the game runs at a performance setting. If you have a decent computer with a decent processor, then you will have no problem running this game on the best looking option. If it appears that this game is running slow on your computer, try clicking the performance setting box and changing it to fastest. It will run the game at a lower CPU cost, but you sacrifice some of the appealing graphics of the game. Next is the audio tab. Here you can choose the volume levels of each aspect of the game, ranging from the background music volume to the sound effects volume as well. You also have a master's volume tab that controls both. If you would like to mute the game overall, just checkmark the mute all box here on the bottom left. Always make sure you click the apply button after choosing each option here in the settings, otherwise if you exit out, they will not be saved. Last we have the card cache. Here you will want to click the download all option when first running this game onto your computer. It will download all the images of the cards, so they will instantly appear when you are in a match. Otherwise, sometimes when you're playing a game, a card image has to load and it takes a minute, and nobody wants to wait around for that in the heat of the battle. It may take you a few short seconds to download, or a few minutes depending on your internet speed. Trust me when I say this, it's best to just get this out of the way when you first download the game, instead of just getting frustrated each time a card has to load while you're in a match. Now let's go back and look at the other two options. Next one is help. Here you can choose between support, Pokemon rules, Pokemon tutorials, and legal. By clicking support, it will bring up the support page on Pokemon.com into a new tab on your browser. Here you can report anything ranging from the game having technical difficulties on your end or theirs, to harassment by other players, or overall anything that might need to be addressed by the Pokemon staff team regarding your online account. The Pokemon Rules tab will also open up a tab on your browser automatically. This will give you the most up-to-date rulebook about Pokemon TCG. Clicking the Pokemon Tutorials tab will also open up a new browser page with an outdated tutorial of how the game works. If you'd like to learn the basics of how to play this game, use the tutorial within the game here instead. I showed you this earlier. And last, the Legal tab. Here you can just find mumbo jumbo and terms of services about the game. Nothing important really. Now let's head back and look at the last tab. It's about as simple as it says, exit. Here you can choose to exit the game completely or just log out and be brought back to the login screen where you can sign in again at a later time. Also on the login screen, on the top left there's a flag icon. Click this to choose your language of choice. This wraps up the settings section of the game. Let's head off to the last part of this guide I will be talking about, the friends list and notifications area. Now let's check out the friends list and notifications section of the game. Here you can add online friends, see who is online, and join the general chat where all players go to hang out in between matches. To add a friend, click on the person icon that has a plus symbol next to it. Here you'll be prompted to type in your friend's name. Afterwards, click OK. Make sure to let them know that you sent them a friend request so they can accept it. When you get a friend request, there will be a new option that says Request in this list here. Click on that and accept your new buddy into your friends list. There are many things you can do with a friend on the game. When they are online, click on the chat head icon next to their name. Here you can send a battle request by clicking on the two-person lightning bolt icon, send them a direct message by clicking on the chat bubble icon, or delete them from your friends list. And if you really have to, you can block them from contacting you on the game. Hopefully it doesn't come to this for you at any point, but sometimes people online do get out of hand, so be aware of your options to keep yourself safe and negative free. Next up top, by clicking the big chat bubble icon, you will be brought to the chat section of the game. Here you will see all the private messages you started with friends during your current online session, along with the general chat shared by all players online. If you would like to join a chat that is more direct to your liking, click on the chat bubble plus icon to the right. Here you can choose different chat rooms related to its title. If you decide to join one of these, remember to always stay on topic. Lastly, you have the letter icon up top. This is where all your notifications go. It will display notifications each time something happens on the game that's worthy of a notice, such as you successfully redeeming code cards to your final tournament results. It's about as basic as that. I believe this covers each aspect of the friends list and notifications tab. Let's move on to my concluding words. This wraps up my beginner's guide video. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope it has helped you better understand the game and how to navigate through it flawlessly. Please feel free to post any comments, questions, or concerns in the comment section below. I will do my absolutely best to respond to you in a quick manner. Also be sure to subscribe to my YouTube here, And follow me on Twitch while I do live streams of Pokemon TCG Online Monday through Friday starting at 4 p.m. Central Time. Take care and become the Pokemon Master we all know you can be. Hey everyone, also be sure to follow all my other social media accounts along with subscribing to my YouTube. Follow the official Outcast Pokemon forums by clicking on our website icon or by visiting www.outcast.com. Follow my Twitter account to be kept up to date on all things new with my YouTube, Twitch, and Pokemon news in general. And lastly, be sure to follow my Twitch account where I do live streams of Pokemon TCG Online Monday through Friday. Thanks everyone, and I'll catch you on my next video. Toodles!